Importing educational goods, navigating customs requirements. Welcome back to our customs brokerage video series. In today's episode, we will be discussing how to import goods for educational or school purposes. Whether you are a teacher, school administrator, or an educational institution, importing goods for educational purposes can sometimes be a complex process. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how to navigate the customs requirements for importing educational goods. Before we dive into the specifics, it's important to note that customs regulations may differ between countries. So it's always essential to familiarize yourself with your country's customs regulations or consult with a customs broker to ensure compliance. Now, let's get started. The first step in importing goods for educational purposes is to determine the correct tariff classification of the goods you intend to import. The Harmonized System (HS) code is used internationally to classify goods. It's a standardized system that assigns a unique code to each product category. Properly classifying your goods ensures that you pay the correct customs duties and taxes and comply with any specific regulations related to the goods being imported. Once you have identified the correct HS code for your educational goods, the next step is to gather the necessary documentation for customs clearance. This usually includes the commercial invoice, packing list, bill of lading or airway bill, and any other relevant certificates or permits required by your country's customs authorities. Now, let's talk about customs bonds. A customs bond is a financial guarantee that ensures the customs duties, taxes, and fees associated with importing goods are paid to the customs authorities. It acts as a form of insurance for the government and helps protect against any potential revenue loss. Depending on your country's customs regulations, a customs bond may be required or recommended when importing goods for educational purposes. Consulting with a customs broker can help you determine whether a customs bond is necessary for your specific importation. Another important aspect to consider when importing goods for educational purposes is the Importer Security Filing, ISF, also known as the 10+2 filing. The ISF requires importers to submit specific information about the imported goods to the customs authorities before the goods are loaded onto a vessel bound for the importing country. This filing helps enhance national security and ensures the smooth flow of goods across borders. It's crucial to comply with the ISF requirements to avoid any potential penalties or delays in the customs clearance process. Finally, it's important to note that some countries may have additional regulations or restrictions on certain educational goods. For example, certain scientific equipment or biological samples may require additional permits or licenses. It's essential to research and understand these specific regulations before importing such goods to avoid any complications or delays. In conclusion, importing goods for educational or school purposes can seem like a daunting task, but with the right knowledge and proper guidance, you can successfully navigate the customs requirements. Remember to classify your goods correctly, gather the necessary documentation, understand customs bond requirements, submit the importer security filing, and be aware of any additional regulations or restrictions specific to educational goods. Thank you for joining us in this video about importing goods for educational or school purposes. We hope you found this information helpful and informative. If you have any further questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future videos, please let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell, so you don't miss out on our upcoming content. Disclaimer note below. Until next time, happy importing!